Welcome back. Motilal Oswal is bullish on Prestige Estates, and they are expecting calendar year 2023 to be a defining year for the real estate company. That's Prestige. They have 6,500 crore rupees of inventory in ongoing projects, and Motilal Oswal has raised their FY24 pre-sales growth estimates by 16%. To discuss whether this is plausible and what is the launch pipeline and booking trends looking like, we're joined by Irfan Razack, Chairman and Managing Director, Prestige Group. Okay, Mr. Razack, good morning and Happy New Year to you. Well, if you can tell us, what are the trends in bookings? Are they much better than what you saw in 2022?
Good morning, Lata, and Happy New Year to the entire team and the viewers. Yes, actually, we have a very strong launch pipeline, like you said, and that is what is making us also very confident. Yes, we've entered into the final quarter of this financial year. We already have, the first 2 quarters did 6,500 crores of bookings, and our target is, and which will remain the way it is, at around 12,000 crores for the year, which is 2,000 crores plus from the previous year, and maybe we can just beat that. Now, what we are now struggling for is that we have lack of inventory, especially Bangalore. The inventory is less, and that's the reason why we are working hard to see we get all our approvals and our RERA numbers in place so that the final quarter should be the best quarter that we've ever had. The teams are working hard and their demand is always there. And I believe that now we have inventory coming in from Bangalore. We've got large projects coming in Hyderabad. We already have large projects now in Mumbai. And the smaller cities like Kochi, Calicut also will contribute. Now, with all this put together, I believe that 22-23 will be a defining year. As rightly predicted, and the sales momentum is continuing. On the other hand, apart from the sales, our teams are working very hard for delivery. We have delivered substantial inventory this year, and then the teams work really hard to see that the delivery pipeline is on happening. So that combination is what is giving confidence to customers to keep committing and buying their home.
Okay. Mr. Razack, morning. So you said 12,000 crores for the full year. FY23 is what you're looking at in terms of bookings, and you've done 6,500 crores. So these are numbers that we know, but what we don't know is what FY24 could look like. And Motilal Oswal, in fact, in their note, has spoken about 15 to 17,000 crores of targeted pre-sales in FY24. Is that a reasonable assumption?
15,000 is a very, very reasonable assumption, considering that we have a lot of stock coming in the pipeline, and considering the market, and considering also that there is there is confidence in the company that we will deliver. So the teams are all there; they all geared up, and the inventory is coming in, and just now we see visibility of all the approvals falling in place in Bangalore as well as in Hyderabad. I think 15K for 23-24, though it's a little early, I think it's pretty easy, unless something really drastic happens. But looking at things now, it should happen. We should be able to do it with ease.
10 to 12,000, 12,000 to 15,000. I think, the 12,000 target itself could be overshot just going by what you have done so far. But let's see whether or not that does happen. Now, Mr. Razack is sounding optimistic on sales. But what about on the Capex front? I think for this year, it's in that vicinity of around 1,500 to around 2,000 crores. Motilal Oswal, they're saying that the Capex could scale up to around 3,500 crores odd. Is that a rough number that we should work with?
See, now, Capex, yes. Now, when we talk about Capex, what are we talking about? We're talking about shopping centers, we're talking about hotels, we're talking about office. Now, this combination, we have to spend Capex, and this has to come from internal accruals. And I believe that it has to have a balance of 40% debt, 60% internal accruals. So that's the balance that we like to see, not get into too much of leverage. There is an option for us in the office front. We would like to do a mix and match and see that we also liquidate a certain part of the office in prime areas so that we get some huge amount of revenue from there. So that's in work in progress, and that's why I'm very, very confident on this number of, apart from the housing sales, even the office will add up to that number. And of course, the shopping centers, yes, we will build, we will own, and we'll operate. Currently, we've just on the 1st of December, we opened the doors for the first large mall after the Blackstone transaction. That really got us real good footfalls. 100,000 people on a weekend is unheard of, and that's the Prestige Falcon City on Kanakpura Road. And that mall is trading very nicely, though even another 40% of the trading has to start. The mall is fully leased. It's just the fit-outs that the tenants are doing. That will happen. So while that is happening, we also have the hospitality sector, the 3 hotels that which we are holding just now, the large ones, all trading very well. And that's the Conrad and the JW Marriott and Prestige Gulfshire, as well as the Sheraton Grand and Whitefield. These are the 3 large assets. These are trading well. There are many assets in the pipeline, many malls in the pipeline. It will add to the Capex spend, but the balance should be between a 40% debt and a 60% equity.
What are rentals doing? What's the expectation as you end FY23? That's 22-23.
If we talk about office rentals, the good news is the demand has come back. The other good news that we are waiting to hear is that people should start working from office. And now with this sort of news that COVID, no COVID sort of situation, but I believe now there is a push from all the companies that everybody should come back to office and start working from office. The demand for office is back. The inventory is very minimal. The vacancies are very minimal. And of course, the rentals have firmed up. So saying that, and this year, till December quarter, we've closed quite a substantial amount of leasing. And this is going to continue. I think whatever we build, the demand is going to be there. The vacancy level as of now on the inventory that we have is pretty low, around 3% to 5%, not more than that. So I think things are very positive. Things are looking good, and they will continue to look good. In fact, there'll be a lot more demand that will come into the office sector.
So I wanted to ask you a little more about your plans in Mumbai. The last time you said you're doing a lot more work in Mumbai. And we were having this chat with Ramdev Agarwal of Motilal Oswal yesterday, where he said that, premium market in Mumbai is just skyrocketing now. I mean, places like Juhu and Andheri are now at 75,000 a square foot for a worthwhile project. What would the plans be from Prestige's end, say, over the next 2 to 3 years?
We have a substantial work in Mumbai. We have the Prestige City in Mulund, which is selling very well. And apart from that, we have premium projects coming up. One is the Ocean Tower in Marine Lines, and also the Nautilus, Prestige Nautilus in Worli. Now, these 2 projects we've been working on. We've committed money on this, and these should get launched. I think the Marine Lines Ocean Tower should get launched in this quarter, but the Nautilus will definitely get launched in the next financial year. Now, I don't want us to get into too aggressive a situation. We are going to launch these. We are going to make sure that these are stabilized, and only then are we going to look at more. There are a lot more proposals coming, redevelopment, and all of it. But we definitely would like to be a little more measured, a little more careful, and take it up one by one. There is opportunity, but while there is opportunity, we don't want to throw caution to the winds. We want to be a little measured. We want to launch these projects. We want to see how they perform. Prestige Jasdan Classic in Baikala has done well. continues to do well. Construction is on in full swing. So that's the confidence that we have. And apart from that, these are two very large developments that are happening in office. One is the Prestige. We used to call it the Liberty Towers, and that now we've rebranded it as the Prestige. And that construction is going on, but that, as far as we are concerned, we'll hold on and keep it for lease. Also BKC1.
Okay.
Yes,
Mr. Razack, we got that. Actually, out of time. Thank you very much. We know your Bombay plans are big, and all these are premium properties. We'll continue the conversation. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Lata. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we now move on to another conversation from two mutual fund experts, Shailesh Rajban, the Chief Investment Officer, Equity Investments at Nippon India Mutual Fund, and Amit Tripathi, the Chief Investment Officer, Fixed Income Investments at Nippon India